students. Today we will see the next type of numerical in the stiffness matrix, that is the 2D beam numerical based on sinking of support. So basically this type of numerical is also asked in your examination for about 14 marks. But in this type of numerical it is always mentioned that in any one or two of the support may be having the sinking effect. So I have considered one of the numerical from the winter 2015 paper, which was asked for about 14 marks. So let us see how to solve this numerical by using stiffness matrix method. So as shown on the screen, the beam, a continuous beam is there of span AB, BC and CD, and here the factor of I for AB and CD is same, whereas for BC is 2I. Along with that, here support B is sink by 5 mm. Okay, so please note that the support B is sink by 5 mm, not it is mm, it is not 5 meter. By mistaken it is written as 5 meter. It should be 5 mm. Okay, it should be 5 mm. And E is given as 200 GPa, so we have to convert it into meter. Okay, and I factor is also given in mm to the power 4. Okay, so before starting the numerical or before going for the generalized step, we have to convert our basic unit. Okay, so E is given as 200 GPa, that means 200 into 10 to the power 9 Newton per meter square. So when we convert it into kilonewton per meter square, then it will be equal to 200 into 10 to the power 5 kilonewton per meter square. So initially we can convert the EI unit in terms of a unit given in the diagram, that is for the loading in terms of kilonewton and span in meter. So just like loading and the span unit, we have to convert this EI according to the same. Similarly, I is given as 3 into 10 to the power 8. So multiplied by 10 to the power minus 12, it becomes 10 to the meter raised to the power 4. The next step is the calculation of DOKI. In this case, if you see carefully, support B, C and D are the unknown. Okay, so based on that, at point B, C, D, we have to calculate the degree of kinematic indeterminacy. So we will start numbering our unknowns coordinate as 1, rotation 2, 3, then rest will be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So unknown will be 1, 2, 3. The unknown to be found at find at 1, 2 and 3. Now as we already know, we have to split each member, each span, and we have to calculate the stiffness matrix for each member. So formation of a stiffness matrix for member number 1 will be equal to, it will be 5, 4, 6, 1. So here it will be 5, 4, 6, 1. So we have to put all the values in the formula, take EI as constant. So we will get the answer like this. Similarly for SM2, we have to take EI as common. Okay, and the 2 factor here, 2I is there, so we have to multiply all the values multiplied by 2 inside the matrix. So we will get 6172 here, just like this, 6172. So here we will get 6172 matrix form, and SM3 will be 7283. So it will be 7283 form. So we have to again EI taken as common outside the bracket, and we have to multiply each values as per the formula, and we will get SM3 here. Okay, now the next step is the formation of the global matrix. So global matrix here in this case will be 3 by 3. Okay, and the unknown is 1, 2, 3. So therefore the matrix will be written in the form of 1, 2 and 3 coordinates here and 3 coordinates here. So we have to see very carefully 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 3, 1. Similarly 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 2 and 1, 3, 2, 3 and 3, 3 from the previous 3 calculated matrix. Okay, and we have to add each and every one, and so that we can form the final global matrix in 3 coordinates 1, 2 and 3, where the unknown we have to calculate. Okay, next is, and the most important part is, the global load matrix. So here in this case, because of the sinking effect, the step may be changed. So let us see. First of all, we have to split our span into three parts, as we have already done in our previous numerical. Then we have to calculate the fixed end moment that we have already calculated, calculated in our last numericals. So we have to put all the external loading as given. Then we have to show all the reactions component. Then we have to calculate the fixed end moment, where this 30 comes from. Let us see. Here 10 is the UDL intensity and 6 is the span. So what is the formula to calculate the fixed end moment for UDL intensity? It will be WL square by 12. So 10 into 6 square by 12, the answer will be 30. Okay, answer will be 30. Similarly, here is 100 kilonewton. So the formula will become WL by 4, WL by W, that is 100 into 8 by 8, the answer is 100. Here WAB by L. Okay, so here the formula will become WAB square by L square, and here it will be WA square B by L square. So we will get the fixed end moment. Okay, now here, due to the sinking of support, we have to consider the sinking effect on the support B for the left and right case. Okay, so if you see that here B is sinking. Okay, so the sinking effect will comes from leftward to rightward. Okay, so leftward will be for the rightward for the span of AB. If you split the span AB, so the sinking effect will comes on the span number B. So it will be rightward for the span AB. Similarly, if you consider the span BC, so for BC span it will effect on the span B. So it will comes on leftward side of the span BC. So we have to split the two cases. So case number 1 for AB, then case number 2 for BC. So this is the span AB is there. Okay, this is AB, and this is B is the B is common to both, and this is C. So here the sinking effect is rightward, and here the sinking effect is leftward. So always remember, when right sink support right support sink, then the sign convention will always be clockwise. We have already seen and we have already solved this type of numerical. We have seen this concept in our unit number 2 moment distribution method also. Okay, for SOA frame. So the same concept is applied here to calculate the sinking effect, and vice versa for the left side support. Suppose the support is sinking towards the right side, so the by default the sign convention for that span will be anti-clockwise, whereas for leftward side always the always the sign convention will be clockwise. Okay, so by considering the leftward and rightward effect, we have to calculate the delta. We have to calculate the moment. Okay, so calculation of the moment due to the sinking will be calculated as 6 EI delta by L square. So here 6 is 6, E we have already given, I is we have already calculated, delta we have to consider as 5, but it is in mm, so we have to put it in the form of mm. So 5 into 10 to the power minus 3 divided by 6 square. Okay, so this formula or this moment will comes on left side. Okay, that is for the span AB, and that will be clockwise, whereas for this case, so anti-clockwise, it will be minus 50 kilonewton anti-clockwise. Whereas for the span BC, 6 EI delta by L square, again we have to put all this value, but here the span is 8 meters, so therefore the denominator value will become 8 square. So final answer will be plus 28.12 kilonewton meter. So this moment will be applicable for the span BC. So we have to carefully calculate these two moments because of the sinking effect on the particular span. Now after calculating this moment because of the sinking effect, we have to add up the previous moment, calculated moment, and the newly calculated moment, and let us see. So finding the final loading and moment on the span. So let us consider the AB span. So this is the AB span. For A, there is a RA is there, this is the B span, and this is C span. Okay, so for RA, where this 80 comes from, let us see. This is minus 30 and this is minus 50 kilonewton. So answer will be minus 80 kilonewton. Similarly here, where this, how this 20 comes from minus, so here it is minus 50 kilonewton, this is 30 kilonewton. So minus 50 plus 30, the answer will be minus 20. Similarly here, minus 100 and minus 100 and plus 28.12, so answer will be 71.88. Similarly here also 100 plus 28.12, that is equal to 128.12. Okay, so we have calculated the final moment on the span. So after calculating the final moment and incorporating the external loading, we have to calculate the RA, RB and RC reactions finally. So by the condition of equilibrium, RA and RB we can calculate like this. So RA will be equal to 46.67, RB equal to 13.33, RC equal to 57.03 and RB is equal to 42.97, like this. Okay, now here I have directly calculated the case for CD, because CD is not sinking as per our numerical. So here directly we can take the value as 53.3 and 26.67. No need to consider this span in our sinking case, because sinking effect is only comes on the span of on the support of B. Okay, now next is the calculation of this is the RC and RD we have calculated based on this AML1, AML2 and AML3. So AML1 will be equal to the first part, this one, this is vertical, okay, 46.67, then 80, then 13.33, then 20. So we have to consider this 46.67, 80, 13.33 and 20. We remember that this is a minus 80 and this is minus 20, but when we put this value in our load matrix, it will be always plus. Similarly AML2, so AML2 will be equal to, here in this case AML2 42, 71.88, 57.03 and 128.12. So let us see how this comes from. So this is second case. So RB is equal to 42.97, then 71.88, then 57.03 and then finally 128.12. Here 128.12 is clockwise, so I have put this as minus 128.12. Similarly AM3 will be calculated. Now next is the displacement coordinate. So displacement coordinate will be calculated on the unknown. So unknown will be at point 1, 2 and 3. So this is a moment form, so we have to add the moment at the point 1, 2 and 3. So 1.1 is this calculated, this is final, minus 20 and minus 71.88, so it will be equal to minus 91.88. Similarly second point, our second point will be here this point, so it will be 74.79. How this 74.79 comes from? This. Okay, so here it is AB, BC. Second point will be 128 point, second coordinate will be 128.12 and 53.33. Okay, so answer will be equal to 71.94 and finally 26 point this, finally this one 26.67 this value. Okay, so we have to consider the displacement coordinate here, then finally we have to calculate the displacement calculation, K into DF into AFC. We have to put the value of K, DF and DFC. There are three unknowns, so by solving the simultaneous equation for three cases we will get the DF1, DF2 and DF3, and by putting the EI value in the denominator we can calculate DF1, DF2 and DF3. Then finally the final member force is AM1 AML plus SM into DF. So put all this value. Okay, you know the procedure very well, and finally you will get the value of AM1, AM2, okay, and AM3. So by obtaining all this value you have to write in your diagrammatically form, and always remember while writing the matrix value, that especially the rotation value in your original form, the clockwise rotation will become anti-clockwise. Okay, so based on that I have constructed this, you can see that, and based on that we can plot the diagram. Okay, and one more cross check is that at each intermediate joint your moment must be equal to 0. So here I got the intermediate moment as 30.02 at joint B, as clockwise anti-clockwise will become 0. Similarly 99.79 and 99.79 will be at C. So based on that we can plot the diagram like this. So this type of numerical, considering the sinking of support, will also ask in your examination for about 14 marks. So you can practice this type of numerical also. Okay, so I will solve more type of numerical in our next lectures. Okay, so thank you for your kind attention. Thank you.